What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And it looks like Atletico Madrid are willing to sell Saul, the really talented Spanish midfielder, to Liverpool, even though Liverpool's first offer, which was a £34 million offer, it was rejected by Atletico Madrid. But recently Atletico have confirmed the signing of Argentina midfielder Rodrigo de Paul, who just recently won the Copa America with Argentina, of course, alongside Lionel Messi. And Rodrigo de Paul is typically deployed as a central midfielder. So what do you think? Do you think Atletico is getting ready to sell Saul? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy these videos, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news updates. And Saul Niguez is very heavily linked with Liverpool, and we will have a Fabrizio Romano's update on the situation as well. And Saul already lost his place in the Atletico starting lineup last season, so he is getting ready to leave and to try out a new challenge, and he wants the Premier League. He's a big fan of the Premier League, and Liverpool are very keen on the midfielder, and I think this is the perfect time to make a move for Saul. And according to Mundo Deportivo, Liverpool have recently moved ahead of Manchester United and Juventus in the race for Atletico midfielder Saul Niguez, because according to the newspaper in Spain, Liverpool have entered negotiations very strongly for Saul. The above report states that Liverpool have identified Saul as a perfect potential replacement for Gini Wijnaldum. Also, Mundo Deportivo is claiming that Barcelona are interested in Saul, and both clubs, both Liverpool and Barcelona, actively are in conversation with Atletico. But I find it hard to believe that Barcelona could have the money to sign Saul, because Barcelona still need to clear £200 million of debt before they can even register their new signings, like Depay, like Aguero, like Eric Garcia, and also Messi could count as a new signing for Barcelona as well, according to La Liga rules, because he's now a free agent officially. So Atletico want more than 34 million for Saul, which is understandable because Saul has still a contract for 5 more years and he has a release clause of 150 million euros. But Atletico are willing to sell Saul at the right price this summer. So now it's just a matter of will Liverpool meet their asking price. And according to the newspapers, Atletico and Liverpool are just £7 million apart in their negotiations for Saul. So it's pretty safe to say, when the negotiations are so close and when the figures are so close to each other, usually there is an agreement being made in the next few days. So Saul Niguez could become a Liverpool player this week, which I'm super excited, because Mundo Deportivo are claiming that an offer of £42 million for Saul would do the trick and that Atletico would accept. And as I said, because the two main clubs interested in Saul are Barcelona and Liverpool, Barcelona have huge financial problems. They can't afford to sign a £40 million midfielder right now, when they even can't afford to register their free agent new signings, which is absolutely bonkers to me how Barcelona are in this financial mess. So it's safe to say that that Liverpool are in pole position now to sign Saul, who is a very versatile midfielder. He is similar to James Milner in a way that he can play a lot of different positions in the back line and mainly in center midfield, but he can play even on the left wing if it's needed, but I don't think it will be needed. But Saul Niguez can play as a defensive midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, attacking midfielder, and everything in between. And Kevin Phillips, who is a former Sunderland and Premier League striker who is now working as a pundit, he said that Liverpool should seal the magic Saul's signing after the bid is reported to have gone in for Saul Niguez. And according to Kevin Phillips, Saul would be a great replacement for Wijnaldum at Liverpool. He said, "It sounds like Liverpool have been admirers of Saul for a long time, so they will have done their homework on him. He's coming from the champions of Spain as well. Let's not forget, Liverpool will have a lot of the ball next season, and Saul is someone who possesses that little bit of magic. I think it could turn out to be a really good replacement if Liverpool can get him in for money that is not ridiculous." And Saul has always played at least 40 games for Atletico Madrid since he broke into their first team and since he started regularly, and he also on average scores around 6 to 9 goals for Atletico Madrid when he plays regularly. So he could come in and score 5 to 10 goals for Liverpool every season, and that would be a very welcome addition, because Liverpool, I mean, last season we didn't have a midfielder who scored more than 2 or 3 goals for Liverpool, and that is definitely an area where Liverpool need to improve. And Fabrizio Romano is one of the best in the game when it comes to breaking transfer news, but even he is in the dark of who Liverpool are truly targeting. And he said this: expect Liverpool to make some surprise this summer. If you asked me last summer in June or July whether Liverpool will sign Diogo Jota, I would never say that was a done deal or close. I like this style by Liverpool because it's difficult for journalists, but it's great for the club and for their transfer strategy, because rival clubs don't really know what Liverpool are planning. And I expect something surprising also this summer from Liverpool. These are the words of Fabrizio Romano, the Italian transfer guru, who must be so happy that Italy won the Euros. And Liverpool have been linked with moves for several players this summer, and I will be honest that out of all the players, I would prefer Saul the most, because he has the most experience and he's the most guaranteed world-class midfielder to join Liverpool. Renato Sanchez is also a great player, but he's more of a big talent, and we are waiting for him to improve, to go to the next level. Saul Niguez is already at that next level. He's 26 years old, so he's a few years older, Renato Sanchez, but he's a winner. He just won the Spanish league title with Atletico Madrid. He also won the UEFA Europa League twice. He won multiple trophies with Atletico Madrid, so he is a winner, and I think that would be perfect for Liverpool, this signing. And finally, Liverpool FC have confirmed a few pre-season fixtures to take place in and around Liverpool's training camp in Austria this month, and these matches will see Liverpool play a mixture of limited capacity and behind closed doors games alongside their training schedule. So on July the 20th we have a 30-minute mini game against FC Wacker Innsbruck and VfB Stuttgart. So we play basically first half against Innsbruck and the second half against Stuttgart, and then 3 days later on July the 23rd we play Mainz, and that is at an arena with 3,500 capacity, and then we play Hertha Berlin in Innsbruck, which has a 15,000 capacity stadium in the Tivoli Stadium on July the 29th. So that is also very exciting. That we play pretty strong Bundesliga sides, especially Hertha and Mainz are pretty good teams, and Stuttgart as well. Stuttgart finished in mid-table in the Bundesliga. And the reason why Liverpool are taking a pre-season again in Austria is that they were very impressed with the caliber of facilities that they had on offer last season when we were also on tour in Austria on a pre-season tour. So now, instead of playing friendlies in the UK, first they go to Austria. They are already there. They already got in their first training session. It was so good to see Ibrahim Konate in a Liverpool training kit again, already laughing and smiling with Jurgen Klopp. So good luck to Liverpool on this pre-season tour. I really hope we get no further injuries and we get the best possible preparation for the Premier League season. And also let's hope that Liverpool can get in a few new signings as well as soon as possible, so we can integrate them during the pre-season. So we basically have 1 whole month to prepare for the Norwich City game, which is Liverpool's opening Premier League fixture. That is on August the 14th, I think, and we are now July the 13th. And I really like Jordan Henderson's message after the Euros is over. The main reason why I wanted England to win the Euros was to see Jordan Henderson lift a major international trophy. That would have been brilliant. But he said, it hurts even more this morning. This team deserved more. Been incredible to be a part of this campaign and see the joy it's brought fans around the country after a very tough 18 months or so. We gave absolutely everything, and I am so proud of the lads for what they have done over the last few weeks. To see the growth of individuals and as a collective has been incredible. The character we have shown, the desire and sacrifice for each other has been something really special. It says a lot about the lads who took a pen last night. A huge courage, but we win and lose as a team, and we will learn from this experience. Thank you for all your incredible support. We didn't manage to get over the line in the end, but we will be back. This is just the beginning. And I have to say, Henderson has been absolutely brilliant. He really should have played more at the Euros, but I also think that Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford and Jack Grealish should have been on a lot earlier. Gareth Southgate just wasn't brave enough. He didn't have the balls to make an attacking substitution or 2 or 3 to really take the game away from Italy, because I think England, if they were a little bit more adventurous, it wouldn't have gone to penalties. And also, I'm not sure why, but somebody explained to me, why was Bukayo Saka, a 19-year-old teenager, he's basically still almost a kid, taking the 5th penalty, which is the most pressured penalty in a European final. To ask a teenager to take the last penalty is honestly, I can't believe it. I don't know why it wasn't a more experienced player. And also, why not bring on Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Jack Grealish for the beginning of extra time? So give them 25-30 minutes to get into the game, to actually warm up, to try to win the game in extra time. Even in extra time, Italy were the more attacking side, and it just baffles to me how Gareth Southgate basically bottled it when it comes to substitutions and the tactics as well. And it looks like Brentford are moving to sign Liverpool midfielder Harry Wilson, who has been on loan at Cardiff City last season, where he had a very successful loan spell. He was on loan at Bournemouth the season before, and in the Premier League he had a hugely successful season. But Harry Wilson is now 24 years old. He needs to play, he needs to move on, and Liverpool are asking for 15 to 20 million pounds for his services, and Brentford have inquired about the possibility of signing Harry Wilson, and I think it would be great for his career to go to Brentford. They have a good chance of staying up because of their style of football, and also Harry Wilson would play there probably pretty regularly, so he can get valuable Premier League experience. And even if Brentford goes down, Harry Wilson could go on to another club and play there regularly. But I think at Brentford he would have a good chance of staying up and play regularly, and I think that's what he wants at 24 years old. Regular football, a good contract at Brentford, playing in the Premier League. So let's hope that Brentford sign Harry Wilson. I wish him all the best. He is a level below of what is required at Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool have world-class players in every single position on the pitch, so Harry Wilson just doesn't have that world-class potential that is needed to play regularly for Liverpool. But that's no shame, because Liverpool have, as I said, a world 11 of players, and I'm so happy to see Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, Joel Matip back in training. So come on, Liverpool, let's get this preseason up and running. Really looking forward to the first friendly already. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.